Hi, fellow Earthlings, vinyl community in particular. It's been a while, so I thought I would check in and show you some of my music that I have been totally loving and spitting about for the last little while. Anyway, hi, vinyl community. I am Will House. I am baking in a rather hot day here, and yeah, I got good stuff to show though, so let's proceed with the stuff and make it happen here. I've got a whole bunch of things in my case today, but I am going to concentrate on new acquisitions. A little while ago on Amazon, you know, you go on Amazon, you just order miscellaneous whatever, and you think, oh, I'll look for records, blah 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 blah, see if they, because they do discounts and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I realized that whenever I order something from Amazon, if I do a quick search for soul jazz records releases, often I will be able to find one that looks cool that is also discounted. This thing, 2 discs, was 25 bucks. So yeah, Space Funk Volume 2, Afrofuturist Electro Funk in Space, 1976 to 1984. And still has the shrink wrap on it, but yeah, it's just a compilation of late 70s to mid 80s Afrofuturist goodness, disco-y. Yeah, it is more funky, soulfully kind of thing. A little bit less disco, which is a little bit interesting given the time frame. But yeah, it's cool. Space Funk on Soul Jazz Records at a major discount too, so that was nice. There was a clearance sale going on at Turntable Lab, so I picked up a bunch of stuff. Got some numero issues. This one is Les Super Jata Band du Mali on Superform. Yeah, it's numero number 1276, ochre colored vinyl, it says here, and yeah, I haven't put it in any other sleeve yet, but yeah, it is indeed ochre covered vinyl. I like that the label itself is kind of en français. Like it says numero group with an E at the end, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just cool African music from Mali. So yeah, it's Mali was colonized by the French. So yeah, it's kind of a sad thing to ponder, but yeah, the music's still there, still great. And yeah, the French language thing that they did with the graphic design there is pretty awesome. Sticking around with the numero vibe, we've got eccentric funk as well as eccentric disco. A couple years ago they started, well actually yeah, numero's been around for 20 years, and they have always had an eccentric soul series, and it just highlights like certain labels or certain cities, like certain scenes over the years, reissue labels. So that's the sort of stuff they do, and they're good at it. And after 20 years, they decided that they were just going to take kind of highlights from all these various releases that they've done and do these single disc compilations. So eccentric funk, it says the only funk record you'll ever need to own, which is kind of a ridiculous statement, but if you were ever to have just a single funk record, this would be a pretty good one. My copy's on the clear with purple and yellow. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but yeah, it's a fantastic album. I played it for some friends at a party, get together 2 weeks ago, and it kind of blew their minds, which is always fun to do for somebody. Anyway, eccentric disco, I got this one the other day, and I'm so very happy with the color on this one. It's just purple with a little bit of pinky splatter, and it's so great. And it's, yeah, eccentric disco. If you look up this record, the very first song on here, yeah, it's Go For It by the Spirit of Brotherhood. It's probably my favorite disco song of all time right now. Just one of those like encouraging songs, like, you can do this, with yeah, 4 on the floor disco beat. La Luz, the Levitation edition. I bought a copy of this for myself, as well as my Nibbling. They just had their 17th birthday, which is kind of blowing my mind. But anyway, this one was amber with like rainbow colored splatter in it. And La Luz is a 4-piece typically all women in the band. Let's see, it's Shayna Cleveland, I believe, is the name of the leader. It's her band, and I think she's from Oakland, California. But anyway, they started out with a little bit of like a surfy songwriter vibe, a little bit of like 60s psychedelic thing. And this particular record, they collaborated with producer Adrian Young, LA guy with his own, he like records only to tape, stuff like that. And yeah, this is so far my favorite record of theirs, I think. No. Anyway, photo of them in the studio singing. Really great harmonies on this particular record. But yeah, it's Lulus. They're self-titled Lulus, even though it's not their first record or anything. But good record. And yeah, I got twinsies with my nibbling. That makes me happy. Here we go. Title TK by the Breeders. This is actually one of the only records that I have that was recorded by Steve Albini. There we go. That's the front. That's the front. Title TK by the Breeders. This one came out in like 2002 or something like that. It's just plain old black vinyl. But yeah, it was recorded by Steve Albini at Electrical Audio. The Breeders is one of my all-time favorite bands, and its leader Kim Deal had a long-term influential just collaboration with Steve Albini. Like Albini said that he was physically incapable of denying anything from Kim Deal, something like that. Like he super respected her, which is understandable because she's amazing. And yeah, the Breeders, if you don't know them, it's Kim Deal, her twin sister Kelly, and then Kim plays guitar and writes the songs, and then Kelly plays guitar and sings with them. And yeah, it's a cool collaborative thing. But it's all under Kim Deal. Kim Deal's kind of like the dictator within the Breeders. She was, of course, in the Pixies. She was the bass player and singer, and yeah, the Pixies, or Pixies, without Kim Deal is just kind of, in my book, I mean, it's still like pretty cool band, but Kim Deal just she brings everything to whatever she's doing. She's just a cool artist. I love Kim Deal. And that I'm very happy to have. Their third record, technically. And lastly is L. Michaels Affair. The L. Michaels Affair. Enter the 37th Chamber. The L. Michaels Affair. This one initially came out in 2009 or so, something like that. This is the new edition, the 15th anniversary edition. And it comes in a snazzy black, yellow, blobby color. This one is from Fat Beats Records. And let's see, the L. Michaels Affair. It's Leon Michaels is a guy from New York City. He grew up liking old soul records, and he and a couple of his friends had this band that played old school soul stuff. They were called the Mighty Imperials. And then after that, he was one of the initial folks in like the Damp Kings and just the New York neo-soul movement of like the early 2000s. And he started being a producer. Like his nickname or handle on the scene, whatever you want to say, it was Truth and Soul. And yeah, he's a multi-instrumentalist. He plays saxophone and guitar and keyboard instruments, and he's just got a great ear, and he's awesome. Anyway, in 2007 or so, I think it was, he put together the band to go out on tour with the Wu-Tang Clan and the RZA and the GZA and all the folks of the Wu-Tang. Really inspired Al Michaels, so he wound up doing this. It's just music in the style of the RZA's production of the Wu-Tang Clan music, and it is effing amazing. I love this record so goddamn much. So much. I'm so happy to have this record. And yeah, I mean, I love the L. Michaels Affair so much, in fact, that I also have Return to the 37th Chamber. This one's just the black vinyl version. I got this one on sale at Coal Mine Records, or no, Platinum Records when they had a sale. But this is like the sequel, of course, to Enter the 37th Chamber. And it's, yeah, there's this like instrumental hip hop vibe thing going on now, where whereas there was always somebody rapping, some MCC on top of all of these cool beats or whatever, like in earlier hip hop. Like nowadays, some people are eschewing that and just doing instrumental stuff, and that's really where Al Michaels like excels. Like it'll be instrumental stuff, but it's never boring, it's never repetitive, and it's just always super cool. So yeah, with all of this stuff, Al Michaels Affair, make sure you give these folks a chance. Their more recent record that I picked up as well is called Yeti Season, and just look it up, look at the covers. If you're anything like me and you're a snooty bastard, but a weird ass snooty bastard, it will just make your day. And that's it, I'm babbling again. But anyway, vinyl community, people of Earth, fellow Earthlings, enjoy yourselves, be safe, good luck with everything, and we'll see you on the flip side, whenever they might be. That may be.